So I just watched the latest stream from the finals, and yeah, there's some changes in here that could completely mess with how the game plays. But the weird part, they're not even sure if they're adding them yet. So if you missed the stream, or just don't want to sit through the whole thing, I'm going to break it all down quickly and actually explain what's going on. So let's start off with the recent test they've just done and what it actually was. So first off, the whole class change thing. Most people got this wrong because it wasn't a full rebalance, it was basically just a test. And this part's actually quite important because it explains why it kind of felt weird to play. They were mainly testing just movement speed and seeing how it affected team play. So basically, they wanted to work out, do teams stick together more with this speed change? That was basically it. But wait till you hear why they didn't change anything else. So why no weapon changes? So a lot of people were like, why didn't they just balance everything at once? And honestly, their reasoning makes perfect sense. If they change movement, the weapons, gadgets, and obviously health, all at the same time. I'll give you an example. It's like trying to fix something and changing everything at once. You just don't know what caused what, which in my opinion makes a lot of sense. So why was it only on for 1 week? Now, this is something a lot of people complained about because the test only lasted 1 week. But again, there's obviously a reason. They want to run multiple smaller tests, not just like one huge one where they can't really figure out what's working and what's not. So basically, they can get cleaner data, adjust things properly, and not just ruin the game for weeks if it's bad, because that would be pretty, that'd be pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually kind of smart in my opinion. But here's where it gets interesting. A lot of people said that this should have been a limited time mode, but if they did that, player base would have got split, and they get feedback from the wrong players. And that's the key part. They specifically wanted feedback from cash out players, not just casual modes. So they forced it into the main mode in World Tour to get real data. Sorry, cash out. So are these changes actually coming? Now this is one of the biggest questions, and their answer was they don't even know yet. And yeah, that surprised me. They literally said it might come in a future season or might never come at all. Since they've only just finished the test, they're now going to go through the feedback, stats, players' behavior, so nothing's really locked in yet. Now this part might actually be the biggest change long term. So what's the real goal behind all of this? Now these aren't just random changes, they're trying to fix some deeper issues like team fights feeling messy, certain weapons being useless, and a big gap between the classes right now. One thing they mentioned was the health difference between classes. But most people would miss this because that gap actually makes balancing weapons way harder. So reducing that could make weapons feel more viable. Now they spoke about the new player problem. Now this part's actually huge for the future of the game. New players are struggling, like they hop in, get destroyed, quit. You've probably got friends like that you got playing the game and then they played a couple games and like, nope, I'm out, homie. So what are they going to do about this? Bots? They're working on AI that can play full matches, use the map properly, and even deal with destruction. And yeah, that's not easy in this game. The idea is to give new players a safe space to learn before going into real matches. And this next part, a lot of players are going to care about this one, and you're going to know who it is when I say it. They're looking at a full melee rework. And the problem is, right now in their eyes, it's pretty simple. Melee fights don't really feel like fights. It's basically like someone runs at you, spam attacks, and it's over. There's not really any back and forth. So they want to create a proper combat loop, like gunfights have, where both players make decisions, obviously both players have counter plays, different strategies, and it actually feels a lot more fairer, which yeah, the game definitely needs that. Now in my opinion, I don't mind swords and daggers, I don't mind dying to them, I kill them quite a lot, they kill me quite a lot. I feel like it's a very hard thing to use. You got a lot of skill, a lot of positioning, like you've got to change your positioning than what you would with a gun. I feel like it might make fights more interesting if both melees and gunfights have a bit more of a closer like back and forth with it. But other than that though, I really don't mind swords and daggers. Let me know down in the comments if you use sword and daggers and what you think about that. Now they started talking about the problem weapons. So they talked about certain weapons being hard to balance. So the stuff was the double barrel shotgun, dagger backstab, grenade launcher. And here's the issue, some of these are either super strong or completely useless. There's like no middle ground from what they think. So instead of just buffing numbers, they're looking at just full reworks for some of them. And this is where things could go very right or very wrong. So yeah, this isn't just a random update. So yeah, that wasn't just a random update. This was them testing big changes for the future of the game. Nothing's confirmed yet. They're trying to balance better and hopefully a better experience overall. But I'm curious, do you actually want these changes in the game? Or do you think they're just messing around with something that already worked?